All right. So let me get into this game real quick. You know what I'm saying? Respect to the foundation out here. You know what I'm saying? Putting it down. So I have a special guest on the show today. Your boy Ceddy. About to hit the show. And I got another co-host of mine, you know what I'm saying? One of the homies, my esteemed guest, you know? You know what I'm saying? We always chop it up together, my homie, you know what I'm saying? From the grind, from the grizzle, you know what I'm saying? None other than your boy, Alex. What up, cuz? Everything blessed with you? What's going on your side?
Everything
I'm waiting for this.
Lockdown.
So I'm waiting for our guest to come on the show.
My Mr. Show.
But as I wait, I guess I'm gonna play a little track for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Hope you like this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Black hole in the area. Let's get it. We move in silence, and every day I move with tyrants. Got beat ready for violence, and every time I hear them sirens, open up your eyelids so you can see where I live. We move in silence, and every day I move with tyrants. Got beat ready for violence, and every time I hear them sirens, open up your eyelids so you can see where I live. I woke up in the morning with the grind on my mind. Numbers keep calling, that's time on the line. Sun comes and goes, every set is another chance to snap back when you get stretched like a rubber band. Yeah, gotta be fitted for the top spot. That's hot spots while chilling on a hot block. Where cops watch, I will not stop. How my knots pop, you dig me? Need a 4-bag of chips like Miss Vicky. I've been busy, trying to get spiffy. Now I switch sticky, or getting tipsy off a quick Mickey. After a split hit me, niggas try to get with me. We move in silence, and every day I move with tyrants. Got beef ready for violence, and every time I hear them sirens, open up your eyelids so you can see where I live. We move in silence, and every day I move with tyrants. Got beef ready for violence, and every time I hear them sirens, open up your eyelids so you can see where I live. Put your pen to the pad. I rep for my niggas from the pad to the pen. Stay on the grind so we at it again. See me and my niggas never had to pretend. Catch a left hook or a jab to the chin. Parties all over before I had to begin. Every punchline hit sharper than lead. Something like a hollow point straight to the head. Niggas get hit and run straight to the feds. My niggas get rich and run straight to the bread. So if a nigga tell, I'ma still make bail. Making that sale all waiting on mail. Live on any block, yeah, my niggas do it well. So only time to tell if y'all niggas do it well. I ain't got time to talk, and all y'all niggas do is tell. But fuck jail, trying to make a meal off bars, oh, even though they try to label me.
Yes, don't need no friends. What's happening?
I
rock the match, but I'm enjoying it. A delightful IHOP in Denver.
I work hard for everything that I got. That's crazy. I fell off a few times.
I can't hear you over the music, bro.
Thing was good and I'm waiting to drop. I got a crew ahead that stays on their shoulders and they ready to go anytime like soldiers. Where days get hotter and nights get colder, the same stays longer and your life gets shorter. Stay on the hush, cause we cool in the clutch. This is for my young niggas who never done something. So you run with a crew, you can trust us. Band-aid the ring and root to the touch. Fools is a must, there's no room to discuss. A whole lot of fools leave fools and discussion. Strong moves quiet, the weak go deny it, but they know they can't try it, cause I'm a modern day tyrant. We move in silence, and every day I move with tyrants. That beat ready for violence, and every time I hear them sirens, open up your eyelids so you can see where I live. We move in silence, and every day I move with
Tastes like
tyrants.
milk.
Ready for violence, and every time I hear them sirens, open up your eyes so you can see where I live.
All right, let's get into this game, man. We talk about the G code, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show, Steve. Ceddy Nash, I see you cutting up on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? It's been a real game out there, you know.
Yeah.
I could attest to that, you know. 'Cause some of the shit you be saying,
Yeah, music up just a little bit too loud, bro. Music up just a little bit too loud.
you right. See, I'm new to all this YouTube shit now, man. You just turn off the music.
Much better. All right. You were saying?
I'm like, yeah. I commend you for your videos. You know, you come up with them shit quick, and you be doing your thing. You know, giving us some good insight. You know, what I'm saying? I like the intro. You know, his favorite low.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily off the head though. That's the thing. Is that like I've studied marketing and branding. There's 2 books I read at least every 3 months called the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing and then the 22 Immutable Laws of Branding. So I read those books to make sure that I can better say my message do I need to, and then how to win friends and influence people. So I know how to say shit the right way without pissing too many people off.
I hear that. That's what's up. You know, you always need that. You know, the way you know, the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of diplomacy, as we some call it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what's up. But yeah. So I just want to talk about the G code. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things going down in the streets and everything like that with these rappers and things of that nature, and I'm like, what part of the game is that, you know? And I seen one of the videos that I actually did a video responding to Hassan Campbell and what he said about Rowdy Rebel, you know, when he came out, he was all hot and shit. And I said a video responding to him pretty much exactly what you said, you know. It ain't what he said, it's the way he said it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out, like, what are these guys doing out here? Like, are they really trying to help the youth? Are they really trying to help the gang? You know what I'm saying? Like, or are they just trying to make a name for themselves, you know?
I think there's a bit of trying to help him, but I think it's more he's trying to be like somebody OG who didn't ask for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things. If you want to be a mentor, somebody got to ask you for that. Like, you can't just say I'm your mentor, I'm your OG, because nobody gonna fall for that shit. Like, you're not from where I'm from. You don't bang what I bang. I could have sworn like he's the blood and Roddy and them is all Crips. So that right there, segregation in itself. Plus he older and then Roddy's younger. Roddy is a youngin with money who just feel like a general. So generals ain't gonna listen to nobody but conquerors. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we ain't messing with that.
That's true, you know. And I felt like he was sort of like coming off a little suspect with the whole the feds are gonna get involved as soon as he came out, you know, he was doing signs and all that. I'm like, there's no need for that, you know, like people are gonna be around whoever to be around, you know, especially if the people they came up with. So
that's so there was a way he could have did that. But I feel like when you do that, you gotta give instruction, right? If I go back to Cali, if I go to LA or I go to Sacramento and I hang out with a bunch of gang members that can't be hanging around gang members, well, if I employ them, they can hang around.
Okay.
Like, you can't say that gang members and felons and all that can't hang around if they got a job together.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up.
So
Bro.
everybody getting, you see what I'm saying? So there's a way to buck the system, but I don't think intellectually he know how to do that.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. That's what I'm saying, you know.
And
You
that's
don't.
why, like, when they hear me talk about it, I'm like, make somebody a social media person, blah, 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 and all that stuff. Because you take it to the courts, then literally you have a whole caseload on your hands where you may just disrupt the whole entire system. You can't tell me that this man, because he's just got out the pen, that he can't be no cameraman. I'm paying him with my company.
Word up, you know. And
You know what I'm saying?
I think they separated the GS9 from the G Star boys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Hassan Campbell's whole demeanor and approach, you know. And I was just skimming through your videos. I'll see the same thing. So I was like, okay, there's some real ones out there to understand. And
Plus, I be in different neighborhoods. Like, I be in different cities and different sections, and sometimes I rub elbows with some real thorough gangsters. So if I say something about,
oh yeah, that G shit is, you know, the G's all around, you know.
Exactly.
That G shit, exactly, you know. So me personally, I'm from Canada. I'm from Montreal, you know what I'm saying? Homeboy right here, you know.
Yeah.
Same speed, you know. But you know, that's what we gotta uphold, you know. And you talk about instructions, you know, certain rules to the game, you know, we gotta abide by, you know what I mean? So it's like,
And it could be that Hassan Campbell ain't intellectual enough. You know what I'm saying? He may not even know to look at it like that. Like, bro, if you want to still kick it with your people, employ them.
Employ them, yeah.
Don't just sit up here, you know what I'm saying, and all that, because you can create an empire and everybody don't gotta be a goddamn farmer. Some people can be soldiers, some people, you know what I'm saying, all of that stuff. So yeah.
That's what's up. So you got music going on out there, like that's where you work with. Okay.
Yeah, overly thugging. Man, I didn't think it was gonna be received as good as it was. Like, as many views and streams and all that it has. Like, I didn't know it was gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because the streams is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody streaming it and all that. It's one of those things where it took me about a year to make.
Okay.
But it wasn't like a typical year like that. It was more so like, these are songs that I started selecting from a year ago. You know, the most recent song had got recorded about in October, and I was just waiting on the perfect way to do it. I was gonna start with the music videos, but I was like, you know, just go ahead and drop it. Forget it. You don't need no music videos right now. Just go ahead and drop it.
Word. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
We shot 3 music videos over the summer, and only one got released.
Okay. But let me ask you this: what do you think is the best marketing tool? Word of mouth or social media? You know, in terms of getting.
Okay. It depends on the product. Because word of mouth will always be the best. Will always overdo every goddamn promotional tactic. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There's this book that in the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing where they talk about that. Word of mouth is the best one. Now you do need the other venues. Like, I couldn't walk up to people and be like, hey, go listen to Crip Anthem. They got over 1 million plays, but that was just because of online shit, the algorithms working with me and stuff like that. And plus it put a face on, the Blue Rag at the time when nobody was doing it. Okay. If I would have dropped that video today, it wouldn't even get 5,000 views. But because of the timing and all that and everything and who I was and all that, I'm buzzing and stuff like that. And Cali just as a whole, it's like, all right, cool. So when we first dropped it, in like the first week, it ended up doing like 50,000 plays. hella comments, but people was going back and forth. They was going to war in those comments. Like it would be that video would have like 5 million views if Buddy never turned off those comments.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. That's
Have you heard about the rapper Mozzie?
yeah, Maz, he from the West.
Yeah. So Mozzie was on that same exact channel.
Okay.
So my stuff on there is bigger than his on that one. Like me and Mozzie, before the deal, we was cool. It's not like we beefing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But me and him was gonna actually get a tape done together. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. He ended up getting locked up, and then he ended up blowing up. But yeah, we both came from that same channel. It's crazy because my name was bigger in the city than his was. We from the same city, but I don't just rep Sacramento. I put on for LA as well because I went down to LA and started messing with some thorough cats, and so that whole original city didn't matter because it's more so the set than it is anything else.
Okay, so you mean like Crenshaw and all that, like Central? Okay.
Crenshaw District.
I see you. You put on for Nipsey and all that. Which I can respect that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's more so not doing it too much, because if I do it too much, then I'm basically dick riding. I'm coattail riding, and I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with him being put on. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, running around.
I actually, I respect the fact that he keeping his name alive too.
I gotta give him his praise, but I can't be hollering him because it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look like Nipsey didn't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like Nipsey definition of the G code. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
he was making
the modern version, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He modernized it on the real. Like that's something, bro. He educated a lot of people with that, with the new way of doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not even, how can I say it the right way? We're letting people know that it's cameras and everything like that. Anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Even till his last, even till his last, he was moving up a rat. He was like, "Yo, you can't be around here."
He didn't even say it like that though. He just said you got to clear your name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to, talk about his assassination. I'd rather talk about, how he lived. You know what I'm saying? The man he was. You know what I mean? Principle, and he didn't stop, bro. You know what I'm saying? His mind worked like a fucking computer, like
exactly.
Just multiple businesses and really, you know what I'm saying? Really took it from the ground up. Really built it from the ground up, bro. Like if you would have seen that place before they put their hands on it and got their hands around that section in general, like it wasn't like that. Plus, it's really in the hood. Like it's not like what some people think. Like right around the corner is a block. You know what I'm saying? Sure.
No, but Nipsey kept it. With all that, not everything like that, it's something in the water, right? If it's in you, it's in you, right?
Yeah.
I could commend it.
Because some people will look at it like somebody was like, "Bro, you just shot up overnight," and I'm like, "Nah, man." Like, I wish that was the case. I wish that I got all my viewers and subscribers and all that and everything like that overnight. It didn't go that way. Like we almost had 20,000 because of consistency, but also throughout the years, all the work that I put in. Like it's not just on that. It's not just on me saying something. It's me making those connections to different people. That's throughout the, throughout the U.S.
Word. I heard that. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, it's a message too, bro. I think people are tired of seeing, everybody dying. So me coming out saying I preach life and everything like that, I think that, and then I'm not faking it. I'm not like I'm some pastor where I'm perfect. I still will beat the shit out of somebody. I still will, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta go do a drive-by or something, so be it. But I'm trying not to.
Word. That's cool, you know. 'Cause I feel like a lot of these rappers are imitating the art, you know. Life is imitating the art instead of art imitating the life. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make.
So how is it out there? I heard it's crazy out there.
Oh man, it's crazy. It's cold. Okay.
Yeah. I was supposed to go to close to Philly in a couple of days, but I'll be going back to Georgia. But even
Okay.
Philly crazy. It's cold as shit. About to snow and everything.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
Let me
Man.
ask you this. So one of my, it might have even been you. Somebody was telling me from Toronto, they was like, hey, bro, you need to call out Act for what he's doing to Toronto because he's trying to make it like Chicago.
Yeah,
Is that true?
he's trying to do right now. That's what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to do right now. But yo, I seen a video with you. You said Big U's your uncle.
Shut in?
Big U was your uncle or something like that.
Oh, no.
I was
Nah.
like,
Who said
huh?
that?
No, I thought you said that one day.
Oh yeah, nah, that's that's street uncle, you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
nah. He seen me, but he don't know me. Like, nah.
I was about to ask you, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, Wack was coming slick at the mouth at Nipsey and shit like that. I see
Yeah,
Big U chill like doing interviews with him. I'm like, I don't know how that works, man. That shit is crazy, man.
yeah, that's some shit I can't speak on camera about. You know what I mean? Just
That's,
out of respect for, for
you
the
know,
street
because
code, the cheat code. That's something I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I I understand saying Nipsey not a legend from somebody else's criteria.
yeah,
Like if that's your criteria, that's your criteria. You can have that.
exactly.
Like there's people who don't believe that Biggie Smalls is a legend because he only got 2 albums out. You know what I'm saying? That if that's your criteria, that's your criteria. I can get that. You know what I'm saying? But my criteria, his criteria is different. Yeah, I yeah. You know what I mean? That I just leave that one right there.
Yeah, okay. You know, because you know the honor shit is universal. You know, so like up here,
Well,
some cats ain't feeling that shit. You know, but
well, hold on. Honor maybe culture too.
true.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain things like how the homie Nutty Block, what's cuz name? BG Knockout, right? And he
Right.
was explaining the art of war on a Vlad TV interview. And he was like, as long as we don't fight with the same rules that the other cats don't, dude, then we lose in the war. So he was saying like the essays in the pen, now I don't know this to be true, but I'm just gonna take his word for it because he ain't got no reason to lie about it. He was like the essays in the pen could snitch on the blacks. Now if you black, you're not about to snitch.
Wow.
Like if you Mexican and we rumble, we tussle and shit like that, like you can if we in the pen, you can go ahead and rat on me.
What part of the game is that?
But see, that's different culture. Because on one hand you can go, fuck him, this ain't no, you know what I'm saying? This is war. All is love, you know what I'm saying? It's you get what I mean? So it's one of those things where you could go, yeah, but I wouldn't say honor is universal. I mean, if you look at the Viking culture, right? They used to pillage, plunder, rape, and all that, and that was cool. We wouldn't do that now. But you'll see all these cats dress up and whatever the fuck they dress up and shit like that. But that's a part of that culture. It's getting drunk and raping people.
Word.
You got, you know what I mean? So I would agree with you. I just can't, just because of different cultures.
Mm.
Like some people may feel that if you come to the house, if you're a grown man and you stay with like two homies and they grown men, that if you come to the house with like some food, that you ain't got to bring nobody else no food in that house.
Okay,
You see what I'm
okay.
saying? But from how I am, you don't come in this house with no food unless you got food for everybody.
There you go. That's
You know what I mean?
universal, man. That shit is universal though, cuz.
But certain people, I know certain cats will be like, nah, he a grown man. He need to get his own money. He ain't my female. You know what I'm saying?
Word, word. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know, looking at it. But yeah. AK, you see, academics, he does stir up some shit. But listen, all the white boys that out there is doing the same shit. I be, you know what I'm saying? That shit even more. So we got
So do this thing. We gonna call them out, right? Like part of the get rid of the fake, keep the. I mean, you know, support the real, get rid of the fake campaign is
yeah,
because of cats who do shit like that.
exactly. You know,
You know what I mean? It's we're not gonna get rid of him. That's not gonna happen. He just has to phase out. But we can't have no super old ass person like 40 years old, 50 years old talking that shit because ain't nobody gonna want to listen to him. And you can't have no motherfucker that's in a suit and in a tie that ain't thugged in them streets because you're not gonna be able to relate.
there you go. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because even I get into it certain times where I get somebody who'll be like, I'll jump on somebody live and they'll be like, oh yeah, that's Ceddy Nash. And I'm only saying this because it happened. Because it's like, yeah, Ceddy Nash, he be disrespecting the BDs. I'm like, whoa. Like, hold on, no. Just because I tapped the shoulder of a couple of them don't mean that there ain't BDs on my page that support what I'm talking about. Now, I could have powered and been like, you know what, yeah, fuck them all. But I'm not doing that. That goes directly against what I'm, you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying and what I'm doing.
Word. I get that.
But I know those cats that I spoke about, all of them have seen what I said. Even me. Even me. Like I know that Meek seen what I said, and I know that he wasn't too high on what I was saying, but you gotta respect what I said.
True.
I'm not gonna tell you what verified artists and stuff like that hit my inbox and chat with me, but it's been a couple. And they can't fight me because that ain't gonna happen. Because if you jump me, it's gonna make me look good. If you go 1-on-1, you're gonna lose.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
And then I can make it real hard to move around California.
What do you think about all these hood fights and everything like that? People fighting online. They want to set up fights.
You said hood fights?
Yeah, I think they're setting up some type of pay-per-view fight. Alpo King Ernie. What do you think about all that?
I'm not with it. I'm not with it because if you lose, what you gonna take it to?
Yeah, exactly. You know? Yeah.
If you lose, like we don't, everything don't got to be settled with your fist. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no telling what you gonna say afterwards. Because somebody got to lose, or whoever loses, they're gonna have to try to win in some type of way. That's when I told people like, "Oh, bro, I'll meet you on the basketball court $5. $5 ain't shit." You know what I'm saying? I lose $5 from like a shooting 3-pointers, 5 3-pointers. If you win, you win. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
But that kind of shit, like, that's what I be on.
Word.
Because if I start challenging people, it's just gonna get worse and worse. Because now I can be a bully. Now I can talk about, nigga, I just knocked your bitch ass out. You know how that shit go. And certain people you fight, it's over. It's all good. The other ones you fight, nah, you're going to have to kill him next time you see him.
Well, that's the thing, though. When does this become part of the game? Like, people are afraid to fight, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, it's just not, they ain't into that shit. Look at how King Von went. I mean, swung on, bro. Bam. Instant karma, you know? Happens, like,
Different cultures. Different cultures. There we go again. Different cultures.
I feel like Atlanta, yeah, they're on some other shit, you know. I don't think they ain't on no military.
We got to say Georgia because Rondo from Savannah. He ain't from Atlanta.
Okay,
It might be down south mentality. Like, I told people this. There's a lawyer I used to work with, and he told me if it ever jumped bad and I ran up on him, legally he could shoot me.
Yeah.
If I just ran towards him with the intent to harm him, he literally has every means in his arsenal to kill me.
Yeah, that's what it is.
King Von handled that completely wrong. I'm just gonna be honest. He should have called him out.
You didn't know the laws in the city?
If he would have called him out, it would have looked way better for him.
Yeah, because they got it all on camera.
Because it looked like y'all jumped him. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not he did or didn't, it don't matter. It looked like they jumped him, and now his life is taken. When they could have just, hey, let's circle it up. Me and you one-on-one. My boy's gonna wait. Your boy's gonna wait. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. And then boom.
That's how it's supposed to be done, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much money to be getting out here to be. But
don't nobody do that no more, man. Nobody, older or younger. Nobody about to say, bro, what's up? Catch my fade. Like, you got to be by yourself. Like, that's some shit where, that's like 2 or 3 people.
yeah, that's what's up, though.
I just want to elaborate into that one right now, quick. That's part of the G code, as you just bless King, peace. But again, that's part of the G code, as you were speaking earlier about as well too, no? Because it's not the same anymore. These young kids, they don't have the right guidance anymore. You know what I mean? They shoot now and ask questions later.
Well,
you know what I mean? They shoot now and
well,
ask
it's always been that way.
No,
it's always been that way, though.
No, but hold on. It might be. You see, like again, like you said, it depends from the area and the culture you're in. Like us, I'm from Montreal, right? Hold on, let me just explain to you, brother. Like us, when I was growing up, when we was being raised, like me and my brother, bro, it was you have an issue with that man, go scrap it up. There's no.
How old were you?
You know what I'm saying? I'm 37.
How old were you? No. When I was going on, how old were you?
That's what 20-some years ago. You know what I mean?
So you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you couldn't get your hands on the guns.
I did. Don't get me wrong. We did.
What I'm saying, you graduated to that, right?
100%.
Okay. So here's what I mean, right? I'm from rolling 60s.
Yeah.
Our homies used to be the A-Trays, right?
Yeah.
We are at war with them, been at war with them for over 30 years. Now, it's like 40 years. Here's what happened. 2 teenagers was going to war and everything. Yeah, take it like this, like this. That's how you, yeah. But here's what happened, right? When those youngins went to war, they started fighting over a girl. So the little homie ended up beating one of the dudes up. And then what ends up happening is he come back and he get a gun. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they graduated towards that. But because you older, you understand how stupid that is. Because I'm older, you understand how dumb that is.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, no, 110%. I agree with you on that one. But what I was trying to say is that
that happened in 68.
Yeah.
Or no, 78. That happened in 78. You see what I'm saying? So you can't just dismiss all of that and everything like that, because if we tell them the truth, Like how I had to tell people they like, oh, all these cats are snitches. They snitch now, and I'm like, bro, they've been snitching. Fat Cat, Alpo, New Jack City, those movies, they all had snitches. Send me the bull, snitch. Frank Lucas, a snitch.
100%. But this is the thing, though. But this is the thing, though. I'm just trying to show you what I'm trying to say is that, see, us is kind of different out here than it's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, where we at, it's kind of a little bit. I would say even a lot different than how you guys have it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to front about it. You know what I mean? But said that being said, like, don't get me wrong. There's people out here that'll shoot first and ask questions later. There's people that I know a couple of killers that are fucking rats too. You know what I mean? Which is crazy, and a couple of them are all their heads too. You know what I mean? I know I want to, and my brother knows I want to as well. So I'm not even. But
I give you an example, right? With different cultures, right? I'm from California.
Yeah.
California used to be an open carry state. We ain't no more.
Okay.
Black Panthers marched on the Capitol in Sacramento. Ronald Reagan was the goddamn governor. They changed the motherfucking state code. But in the South, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, bunch of other states, it's open carry.
Mm-hmm.
So the culture on guns is completely different. You know what I'm saying? Down south than it is on the West Coast.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? So, thank you. I'm going to get about it.
Protocols.
So it's about culture, man. That's really what it boils down to.
Oh, we got the flag up. That's how he does his video.
Oh no, you know I'm at a restaurant. We gotta do the mask stuff and stuff like that. So
Okay. Yo, yeah, we got curfew over here. What y'all got over there? You just got.
Hey, it depends on the state. Like Florida is open. You know what I mean? Florida and Georgia is open for business, but I know in Cali, hell nah, they ain't messing with it.
Wow, it's locked down. So, yo, what do you think about what? I know you were elaborating a little bit on your last post. President Trump.
About what?
President Trump, you know what I'm saying? And what he
fuck him.
He was saying.
Fuck him. I would never call that motherfucker president, but I don't call Obama president. So, you know what I mean? Like until you do something that I'm for, in particular, I don't give a fuck who you are. But president to me, that's like the next word for king. And the only motherfuckers I'll call kings is niggas that move in ways that I agree with. But on this shit that I was going to do called Sunday service, excuse me, I'm gonna say this because a lot of people ain't gonna like it. As far as policies and shit, bullshit. It's straight bullshit. But as far as presidency, paying attention to how important all of this shit is, A+. Because you got motherfuckers now who ain't never invested in the stock market at all. That's all I see on Instagram is people talking about the stock market. Why is that? Because that's what his ass was talking about. Motherfuckers finding out about voting and shit, how important that shit actually is. Beforehand, they didn't give a fuck about that shit. They didn't vote when Hillary versus fucking Trump. All these motherfucking fake scientists and fake economists and all of this shit. Trump presidency for me will be judged on how much he made motherfuckers pay attention. Like,
yeah, that's right. That's how I felt too. You know, like he really put everything in the forefront. You know, like if it's either you see it or you don't. Or
Yeah.
him pardon.
Well,
You see the people he pardoned.
yeah.
What do you think? That was a chess move, or what? He just like he got a
That
bag.
was. See, people say chess because it's strategic moves, and I don't think it was like him planning a million steps ahead. He just was trying to bring the team back.
Okay,
He
okay.
realized, like, bro, I lost the presidency. Let me get back those people who can help me get back home.
Word.
So that, and then you got them suppressing the fuck out of the vote in Florida. You got them suppressing the fuck out of the vote in Texas. Suppressing the fuck out of the vote in Georgia. They literally said when they had that special runoff with Kelly Loeffler, David Perdue, and Raphael Warnock, and
So you
John
think they
huh?
You think they stole the election?
Fuck no, it's impossible for the
Okay.
shit he was talking about. How do you steal the election, but every county you go to has a 40% or higher black population? How you steal the election, but you only go to 2 counties in Georgia, DeKalb and Fulton County. So if we stole, it's 159 counties in Georgia, but you only go to 2.
Okay.
What's this? You say they stole Michigan, but you only challenged the court in fucking Detroit. You say they stole the vote in Wisconsin, but you only challenged the vote in Milwaukee. You see what I'm saying? You say they stole it in Pennsylvania, but they really only went after Philadelphia. Well, what about Pittsburgh? What about Hershey? What about Allentown? What about all these other motherfucking cities in Pennsylvania? Why didn't you challenge the whole state? You went after all those fucking places I spoke about has a high percentage of black participation and black population.
Word.
So that's what motherfuckers say that black people won this fucking election is true. 85% of black men voted for fucking Biden and Harris. 90% of black women voted for Biden and Harris.
Okay.
55% of white women voted for fucking Donald Trump.
So you think it's a better choice, Biden Harris?
Yeah, it can be. It can be. I can't judge them off today because work starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kamala Harris, she's from out here though, right? Montreal.
No. Kamala Harris is from Oakland.
No, she lived out here for a bit too, though.
She was born in Oakland.
She was born in Oakland?
She was born in California. She was born in Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah, she wouldn't be able to be VP. That wouldn't happen. She could be a governor, but she couldn't be in that shit because
she moved out here when she was young, you know. But
that's cool, but you got to be born. You got to be born in one of the territories, or a base, or in the states. Period.
Okay.
No Canadian could ever be president of the United States.
Or she's VP, right?
Yeah, but if Joe Biden dies, then she becomes president. You know what I'm saying? So the VP has to be born in the states as well.
Well, let's see, man, because they're responsible for mass incarceration. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Biden and Harris. You know.
Biden. First off. Hold on. Because you gotta. I don't know who told you this shit or who spread this bullshit ass lie. Kamala Harris is not responsible for mass incarceration. The bullshit that she was on was getting DNA overturned.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't mass incarceration at all. That's the bullshit she was on. But motherfucking black people in general, every year that she was in office, were going to jail less. That's that's facts right there. Then she had the reinsertion program, where motherfuckers 18 to 24, or is it 16 to 24? But I believe it's 18 to 24 went to camp. They went to camp. They got what they learned in the camp was how to be a better father, how to build their credit and come out with jobs. This is shit you can look up. But nobody gonna talk about that. It's actually on my Instagram. I go through all of that shit. I was rocking a pink shirt because of her alma mater. She went to a HBCU. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So motherfuckers gotta understand that. Like at certain times, people gotta understand, bro. There's a way that you get into power in the United States. Period.
But it wasn't her though. It was Biden that was reinforcing mass incarceration. You know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? When Clinton signed that bill, when they came up with the idea of that bill, it was because of how bad shit was. Like niggas forget the early 90s was basically the 80s extended. So they did that shit being sponsored by the church. They didn't just do it just to do it. They did it because even black people were saying something has to happen. You know what I mean? But they did do this
to this day for like trumped up charges or minimal charges. You know.
Yeah, except they got rid of that shit. They got rid of the Sentencing Act in 2014 under Obama and Biden. They did the fair sentencing. So you gotta say that when you do that. Then in 2016, they tried to do the First Step Act. The First Step Act was written by Kamala Harris, though. Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Dick Durbin, and Chuck Grassley. When they first got into the Senate, what they wanted was a fucking prison reform act. It wasn't no First Step Act. Trump knew nothing about it.
Okay, well, shit.
But this is an opinion. This is all fact. This is shit you can look up. I don't give opinion on shit like that. But
Okay.
the Republicans, they blocked that shit when Obama tried to do the motherfucking First Step Act. They did. They controlled the motherfucking Senate. Now, was it fucked up? Abso-fucking-lutely. Was it fucked up? Yeah. But was motherfuckers just doing that shit just to do it? Nah. Was it a racist ass bill? Yeah. I'm not gonna dismiss that shit. It's a fucked up ass bill. But we gotta remember how bad shit was around that time. Now, is that our fault? No, because you can't mentally subjugate people to live like the bare minimum when you motherfuckers that put us in this situation. Like that's not. Everybody keep talking about black people need to do this, black people need to do that, but at the end of the day, it's only 30% our fault. 70% is a fucking mental warfare about this shit. Like we go to the hospital and shit, bro. We don't even get treated the same. There was a fucking study that was out. They said it's either 40 or 60% of doctors believe that black skin is thicker. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm black, I can take the pain. But when you black, if you say my pain tolerance is at a 10,
but they say they need men to breach the firmament. So
yeah, they gonna say some bullshit. They gonna say, oh, nah, you saying your shit is at a 10, your shit really is at a 5.
Yeah,
they quick to cut our women first. They're quick to go ahead and start slicing up our women and shit on the motherfucking table and shit. Our women die at I believe it's 6 times the rate of a fucking anybody else. You know what I'm saying? When we go into pregnancy, when our women go into pregnancy and shit, about 5 times on the stillborn that our kids come out stillborn and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's white supremacy for you. You know what I'm saying? That's
exactly.
It's embedded into all areas of activity. So when you talk about the healthcare system, that right there is one that could be detrimental to a lot of us. You know. So when it comes to this COVID thing, I think it's more of a let's say a money grab. You know, a code word. You know, COVID-19. You know.
Nah, I disagree. Wholeheartedly, I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why. What do you know about bats?
You think it came from a bat?
Let me ask you the question again. What do you know about bats?
I know that my people back in the days used to eat them and nothing happened to them.
You sure?
Yeah, duh. A lot of people.
Okay. So you know bats are the only animal that can't get cancer?
So what does that mean?
So just watch
Further
what I'm gonna say.
shows why it couldn't be true.
Well, they weren't eating bats like that. They were eating certain parts of the bat. They weren't eating bats. They were eating certain parts of the bat and eating bad shit. But here's the thing.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you the flow real quick. They have what's called wet markets out there. They literally have a fish, and you notice when I say it, they have a fish that you can eat. If you don't prepare it the right way, you can die from getting poisoned from eating that fish. You heard about that fish, right? It's like the puffer fish or some bullshit like that, right?
Yeah, if it's not cut a certain way or something, I don't know.
Exactly. Now that added with the fact the motherfuckers that eat shit like rats that are carriers, that eat pigeons and birds or whatever the fuck, that are carriers of disease, that put them in fucked up ass cages. Shit. Would you eat a chicken that was around a bunch of dirty ass chickens in the cage that's constantly stuffed in the motherfuckers?
Well, hell no, bro.
Exactly. But you would eat a fucking bat that's transported like that. You would eat a dog that's transported like that, a bird or a mouse like that that's transported exactly the same exact way. You don't think that's going to be a health concern? If you eat salmonella chicken, can't you die? You going to tell me you can die from eating chicken? You see how that sounds? Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. Because now we're getting into like science. We don't know where the thing came from. But how did China end up not having the virus after a certain amount of time, cleaning that whole shit up? Now they're back to business. You know what I'm saying?
China has not been telling us the truth from day one.
So the virus must be man-made. It can't be like
you do know that Canada Canada's at war with China, right?
I went throughout the whole world. Huh? What? Say that
You
again?
do know that China is at war with Canada, right?
That's hearsay. I think they're.
Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you how they're at war with it. Cyber war. Your codes, all of that shit. You goddamn credit cards and all of that shit and everything like that. They're trying to manipulate your systems, go into all your electronics and shit like that. There is a cyber warfare going on right now. You know that when Trump killed Soleimani, you know that Iran actually sent a missile at a
Biden wants
at a base. You know why they didn't kill anybody?
Why?
Because they literally pinpointed an exact space where nobody was going to be. And 7 minutes before it happened, they told people to clear that space because they didn't want to appear weak. If I'm lying, I'm fine. When I tell people invest in stocks and shit, I say, hey, bro, go invest in NordVPN, online security. Now, if you don't believe in online security, okay, cool. Then I can't convince you of nothing. If you don't believe your shit online should be secure, then I don't know what to tell you.
No, you're right. You're right.
But if you don't think that they're trying to hack into your government systems and shit like that in Canada, you are way foul off wrong. How can China, who everybody on this side of the globe is at an economic war with right now, just come up with something that we all agree on? How can Iran and Israel and all of them agree to want this same fucking thing? How?
But doesn't Biden do business with China?
You do business with China.
Well, yeah, come on. We do business with China. Yeah. But how
You're
can we be?
talking about the second biggest economy.
Well, yeah. No, but he wants to like actually. Um,
Well,
it might,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What sense does it make for somebody who is 73 years old to make sure that their grandkids don't have a future?
well, you already know the answer to that.
No, I don't. I'm waiting on your answer. I don't know what your answer is. You may say something completely different. You may shock me.
Well, fuck, it means something. No.
Let me ask you this. If
What was
there's
that
white
question? What was that question?
if there's white supremacy, why would they give up white supremacy to the Chinese?
Why would they give it to the Chinese?
They are
Yeah.
white. The Chinese is the same DNA.
Wait. You think that white people look at Chinese people like they white?
Nah.
Is that what you said?
No, white people look like Chinese people like they're white because they got the same DNA.
So you think that white people look at Chinese people like they white? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
No.
If you believe that, then I see why you believe what you believe.
Nah, son.
But where I'm from, the amount of racist shit that I've heard against Asian people, mostly being by white people, there's a whole video of that shit right now. You know they call them yellow men and used to blow them up on the Transcontinental Railroad. And oh yeah, no, that's the thing. You do know that they put the Japanese in internment camps. So if they looked at them like that, why is it that when we went to war with Pearl Harbor, why did we treat Japanese the same way? Since they looked at us, why did we take them out of their homes?
But they got paid off, right? Like the Jews.
No.
Or they keep getting aid. They get aid every year from y'all. You know what I'm saying?
The Japanese Americans did this to them. Why would they do it in the first place? If they're looked at as white people, why would they do it in the first place?
So they never bombed any white nation, eh? You're right. They never bombed a white nation.
I never said they didn't bomb no white nation. I'm saying if they looked at Asian people like they are white.
The Japanese are not Chinese though. But what I'm saying is,
if you seen one, would you know the difference standing together?
no, I wouldn't know the difference.
They didn't. There's a lot of Vietnamese people that were taken out of their homes too.
The white folks and the Chinese have the same Neanderthal DNA. They got 4% Neanderthal DNA. That's why they work hand in hand together. They always been. It's like a little tug of war when it comes to history.
But you're still saying that white people look at Asian people like they're the same, right? That they're equal, they're the same.
Well, they gave them the gunpowder.
They gave us gunpowder too.
Well, they gave it to them first. We didn't use it for what they used it for.
We wanted their technology. Like, y'all do remember that Africa is a whole entire continent with countries and different tribes.
Yeah, true.
Like, that's like saying a Mexican is the same thing as a Canadian because we all on the same fucking continent. We all Americans technically. We're all in the Americas. We're all in North America.
Well, that's what America. We are.
The Central America is in Mexico. So that's like saying a Mexican is the same thing as a Canadian.
Well, he is. Why would?
How much Spanish you speak? How much Spaniard blood you got in you?
It's the same continent, cuz. Look, if we gonna say that, I don't want to call another African. I gotta call him by whatever country.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. I'm making that distinction. These Africans were not arming up against motherfuckers that they saw as brothers. They looked at them completely different, like a Canadian would look at a Mexican. You wouldn't say that's my brother.
Originally, indigenously, I might could say that.
Might is a hell of a word. So it's if.
Okay, not the ones that you see now. You know what I'm saying? They probably racist or whatever, but the original Mexicans were black. The original.
So that's a whole different conversation.
So let's get into that then. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna talk about, the white man not in tune with the Asian man, look at the whole situation.
All I'm saying is this. White people don't look at Asians like they are white. That's all I'm saying.
I believe you.
If you believe that, you believe that. That's completely up to you.
I believe you. They train them to be racist towards us, so it has to do with skin color. Right?
They've been racist towards us.
Well, they probably were like that to their own indigenous dark skin.
And the only reason why they've been racist towards black people, Asian people, is because the white people taught them that.
Exactly.
How we've been portrayed, yeah, I can see that. Because Native Americans were the first slave catchers.
No, there was an interview. Matter of fact, I forgot his name. Shit. This he came from the States, to be honest. He went from the States to he went from the States, I think, to Hong Kong or something like that. And he said one of the Asian person, he said he seen him, he said he was crying. He said he went to a little argument with his girlfriend. He was crying in front of a McDonald's, whatever the case it is, out there in Hong Kong. And an Asian man approached him and he said, "Are you okay?" Like, approached him on a humble tip. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" He's like, "Yeah, just my wife, my girlfriend." He's like, "All right." And then he started literally sitting down and having a conversation with the man. And he's like, "You know what? Where you going?" He's like, "I'm going to such and such place. I don't know the area." The man helped him, got him to his destination safe and sound. Then he turned around and he said, You are not as the way they portrayed, as the way they portrayed you, you know what I mean, to be as." He's like, "What do you mean by that?" He's like, "Honestly and truly, the movies and the show that they show us here is a bunch of white people telling us how black people are animals."
Yeah.
He's like,
well, the Asians
hold on.
are racist against us too.
Shut up. He's like, how they portray us, Asian, Hong Kong, whatnot, because down there, even the TV is communist to a different aspect, you know what I'm saying? So they see what they're allowed to see in TV is what they allow the government allow them to watch, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So with that being said, he's like, it's crazy. He's like, listen, I would have never thought black people were this actually kind, good-hearted people, whatever the case. And he started conversating with the man. And he's like, "You know what? There we go. They exchanged the number, whatever the case." He's like, "No problem." And he said he still stays in touch with that man until today. You get what I'm saying to you? Which is crazy because he's like, before he met him, everything that they taught him about black people was all a lie. How black people are animals, they're savages, they're vicious, they're rude, they're this and that. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They're very racist against us. When COVID hit, they weren't letting black people in the McDonald's in China.
So what does that mean? I'm an honorary white man. When the immigrants come to America, don't they act like the shit don't stay? When they come down
out there, they actually praise white people because what happens is America is such a great propaganda. So basically, meaning that they portray the message of American/white superiority so much that Asian people actually in that country, they actually love the motherfuckers. They want to be like the motherfuckers. A lot of them hold meetings and shit in English because English is the most influential fucking language on the planet. Shout out to black people for helping spread that shit because we got the most influential music. But yeah, bro, that shit is crazy. They look at us like we are motherfucking subhuman, just like the fucking Native Americans did when we was coming on them boats and shit. And I tell people all the time, like, bro, Native Americans were some of the most racist motherfuckers to walk this goddamn United States of America. They don't want to hear it. My grandma in there. Well, if your grandma was Indian, she was raped. If you gonna start repping like that, then start repping these white motherfuckers too, because they raped your grandma as well. Like when America freed the slaves, they had to go into the nations, the fucking Native American nations, and pay them money because they would not release their slaves. America had to go into these motherfucking tribes and take the slaves back because the fucking Native Americans weren't letting them go. They were the original slave catchers. It wasn't white people. It was fucking Native Americans.
Well, there you go. So
I'm not the one. Like, fuck all that shit. That's why I told motherfuckers when I do this Sunday service shit, I'm about to shut that shit down. Black people are so fucking forgiving. It's goddamn sickening.
yeah, I feel you on that one though. You see?
So
at least you got the warrior spirit in you. You know what I'm saying? I could say, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got people like that. You know? Well,
I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I don't give a fuck. Even Martin Luther King said, man, I've been preaching this anti-segregation and trying to be under the same house, but I might be leading my people into a burning building. That's out of Martin Luther King's fucking mouth. Now, I'm not preaching segregation, but I'm saying at that certain point in time, we should have stayed the way we was until the motherfuckers begged us to come fuck with them, because they've been bombing our shit and all of that shit.
yeah. Remember
But shit, I gotta go, man. It's getting late out this bitch. I appreciate the talk and shit like that, but yeah,
thanks for coming through. You know what I'm saying? I hope we can do this again sometime. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to get the channel up to fucking 20,000 subscribers, man, so I can start really dropping my music and shit on that shit, man. So be on the lookout for that shit. It's coming, man. And yeah, we'll do it again for sure.
Yo, let me ask you a question though. Give me a few tips on the algorithms, man.
Huh?
Give me a few tips on how to beat these algorithms.
I'm gonna be real. How I really popped is I put Crip Talks.
Okay.
The videos that I had the most views on is Crip speaks about, Crip Talks. You know what I'm saying? That's how I did it.
Okay. So you gotta come.
But what happened was I was already Ceddy Nash, so it was like Crip, Ceddy Nash. That Crip anthem shit kind of went hand in hand. That's what I believe. I don't really know, but that's what I did, and that shit blew up a little bit because hella fucking sites and shit started reposting that shit, and that's what ultimately happened. And they just now let my shit get monetized.
Somebody said in the comments, white people in the past had many mistakes, and Abraham Lincoln was one of them who tried to get slavery banned, and the North actually agreed while the South did it.
Can I say something on that comment right now? Sometimes some comments are not even need to be read.
First off, Abraham Lincoln only freed the fucking slaves in DC. He let motherfucking states like Kentucky and Virginia come back to the Union with their fucking slaves. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Go do your real history on fucking Abraham Lincoln. He was a bitch.
They get the slavery.
Fuck Abraham Lincoln. Fuck you talking about, bro? Abraham Lincoln was a straight up bitch. I don't want to hear that shit. Fuck Abraham Lincoln.
That's what's up. You know, we're the only people that are gonna free us. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. People are free.
Well, the problem with that is that black people, they fucking freedom really comes from federal law. It ain't from state law or no bullshit like that. Like I told people, the best fucking president we ever had was Lyndon Baines Johnson, who was a segregationist. So they talk about racism and shit like that. Lyndon Baines Johnson was a segregationist, a fucking racist. Hell, even Richard Nixon had one of Martin Luther King's people in his circle.
Ignorant. Laugh my ass off. What's ignorant? Go ahead, boy. I want him to say. He said,
"Go look it up. Go prove me wrong." All you gotta do is prove me wrong. Go look it up. Fuck out of here. All you gotta do is go look this shit up. You can prove me wrong. I'm not giving you no fucking opinions. Stupid ass bitch. Fuck are you talking about?
You see the comments? Oh man, this is crazy.
I see it. I see it now. I'm so ignorant. The fuck up, you stupid bitch. Why is it if the fucking Emancipation Proclamation meant so much? Why the fuck do we have to go put amendments in afterwards? Have you heard of the black man who was friends with a KKK leader?
What the fuck? This guy's a motherfucking troll. So
Nah, he's talking about the fat dude who ended up infiltrating the fucking KKK, who met the motherfucker in a goddamn hotel room. He met him in the hotel room. The dude had his fucking bodyguard with him. Dude had like some sodas and shit like that. And the sodas fell. They made a loud clanking sound like motherfucker had a gun, so he thought he was set up and shit like that. The black dude ended up being cool with the KKK person because motherfuckers from the KKK are just fucking stupid and racist as shit. Then dude just realized that, man, I don't really have no problem with black motherfuckers. I have a perception problem with y'all because of the propaganda machine. So what he's talking about is that shit. But that don't fucking matter.
okay.
Like, what does that matter? What does that matter that shit happened? Dude just resigned. It's still a KKK afterwards. So what the fuck are you talking about?
That's it, you know? Straight up.
Fuck that. I'm out, man.
No, you're right. he kicked it real. He kicked it for real, for real.
Keep it a buck.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep it a
So
buck.
on the show, start commenting out crazy shit. Y'all better read upon research because you come up with ism.
Before any comment, they should freaking do their study on what they're commenting on.
At least, you know, shit. My niggas fucked up in here. We trying to have grown folks conversation. You know what I'm saying? But yo,
But no, honestly and truly,
I feel what you were saying though.
yeah.
It was the buck. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I ain't feeling that I'm with the Democrats and all that, you know. Because I
No,
want that.
even that, like each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I tell you straight up, I would have been more down with Donald Trump than it is than with Biden right now. Why?
Yeah.
Like they said, I'd rather work with a devil that I know instead of working with a devil I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But yo, there's a lot surrounding Donald Trump that people don't even know, like, you know.
But then again, that doesn't affect me. I'm in Canada. It might affect me in the long run, but hey.
It don't affect us, no, but just you know how. Anyway, that was a nice show, man. You know what I'm saying? Respect for passing through. You already know. Had a little show, little talk with Ceddy Nash, you know. And it was one for the books, you know what I'm saying? So yo, yeah,
Bless it, King.
like,
Another
comment,
one.
subscribe, you know, and you know my slogan, keep it real in the field. Forget how they feel. I'm out. Peace.